Welcome
Okay, here
along
we go.
to number 29 in my series of
Me,
Pixiecast,
29.
and I am heading over to America, to Tucson, Arizona, I believe. And
Yes.
I'm not talking to John Kies, but I'm talking to
No.
his lovely wife, Michelle Kies. Hi, Michelle. How are you?
Hi.
How are you
Pixies
doing?
fans. I'm doing great.
Now, I thought I dragged you out of bed nice and early this morning, but apparently you've been up for about 3.5 hours already.
Yes, I've probably been tormenting people already.
So what time is it where you are now?
It's 8:10.
Okay.
Like I had to look.
Cool. And so you've been up already for like 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
What have you been doing in that time?
I've been listening to Pixies.
Excellent.
I've been messing around on Facebook. I've been drinking a lot of coffee.
Okay.
And yeah, just what I do every morning.
So
I called in sick.
You called in sick?
Work. Yeah,
okay.
Because this is extremely important.
You're very kind.
Business, yes.
I can't condone such
They knew
behavior.
I was going to do it, so
okay.
and I'm in charge, so it was okay.
You're in charge, are you?
Yes.
Okay, so Tucson, Arizona. Tell us a little bit about Tucson.
Hot. Really hot. Yesterday on the way to work, I left my house and I was listening. Pixies was on. I'm listening to like just Pandora Pixies radio right now. Javelina, and I look and I see Javelina. That's Tucson.
Wow. Okay.
Javelina is Cactus. It's hot. It's 100. Yeah. It's still 100 degrees.
Wow, really?
October, almost,
wow.
Yeah.
So, and you're going into the fall now as well, aren't you? So.
Yeah.
Fall. So how long will it stay hot like that for then?
Maybe forever at this point.
Oh, really?
We're wondering. Yeah, we're feeling like we might never. Usually in October it starts to cool down, but you know we'll have days still in the 70s throughout the winter. So, yeah.
So you don't get frost and you don't get snow.
We do get frost.
Okay.
We call it frost, and other people will laugh, but you know it'll be like in the 20s. And frost here, since we're in the golf business, means that people can't tee off when they're supposed to. So it's just basically a light crunch.
Sure.
On the ground.
Got you. So how long have you been in Tucson?
Pretty much my entire adult life.
Okay.
With the exception of 10 years in Texas.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Excellent.
So this last time, 8 years.
Right. And it's a good place to live, yeah?
It's a great place to live. I love it. Yeah. It gets a little redundant with the weather, but it's good.
Yeah. I guess you get used to it, kind of. I see you've got your fans going in the background there.
I do.
So, yeah. So you just mentioned a little bit about your job. So you're in the golfing industry.
I am.
What do you do there then?
I basically make drinks, sell beer. I'm a beer cart girl. I drive around the golf course.
What a job. I
cook hot dogs. I deal with a bunch of golfers. So,
no drinking and driving, I hope.
Not usually. No. I've been working there for a long time, so can I say never? No. Never say never.
Occasionally. What was it they call it? The 19th hole, I think they call it, don't they?
Yeah. Yes. So basically I work at the halfway house, which is an odd thing that I call it, but the turn, the golf house.
Oh, okay. So after 9 holes.
So after 9 holes you come through and get food or whatever, and then I have my days that I drive around and sell stuff on the course.
Okay.
And I've been doing that pretty much my whole life. So I'm an old cart lady now. We're out there. There's a lot of us.
You obviously enjoy it though. So
I do. It's cool. And I work at a really, really nice, expensive, high-end place. So
okay.
Yeah, it's cool.
So they're all well behaved then, are they?
No, they're horrifying, which is great. Usually.
You like the badly behaved ones?
I do. Yeah, I prefer that much to, the other.
That's a bit of interest.
Yeah.
And your husband, does he work at the same club?
He does not. He has worked there, but he is at a place about an hour south that's a retirement community, and he's, growing grass. So he's
okay. Yeah. So
yes, he has to know about like turfs and, he's got, the real job in the family. To pay for all of this.
Yeah, it looks like you've got a nice place there behind you. So
we really love it. It's nice.
So tell me about Pixies. Yes, that's why we're here.
Well, actually, it's interesting because the golf course is how I was introduced to the Pixies.
Okay.
Because back in the 90s, early 90s, when I started working there, late 80s, the Walkman was invented. So we all had our Walkmans.
I'm old enough to remember the Walkman.
Yeah, you are.
I am.
And they had that in Britain. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, that was really...
we have electricity as well.
And we would all, bring our music, and usually everybody didn't listen to anything I listened to. But then suddenly we got this quirky girl who was wearing black Chuck Taylors, and she had really black dark hair, and it was short, and she was very pale, and we all were doing the Go-Go's thing, and she showed up, and so we traded one day, and she had Pixies.
Okay.
And Doolittle, of course. And then I think I traded her with Camper Van Beethoven.
Oh, cool. I like Camper Van Beethoven.
Yeah, or it could have been Cracker.
Okay.
I was kind of listening to both of those.
I don't know Cracker, but I do know Camper Van Beethoven.
Yeah. So
we
traded, and I listened to it, and I was blown away. So.
And you've never looked back?
Then we went to Surf for Rosa. I came home, and my husband will give you a different idea of how he was introduced. So that's interesting because I always thought that I brought it home to him, but he thinks that, he found Pixies in a different way. So anyway. Okay.
Excellent. Oh, well, I look forward to that, to hearing his side of the story. And you've been a fan ever since?
Yeah. Definitely for the first 3 albums. And then when they did their comeback thing, I was kind of wrapped up in like my whole children thing.
Sure.
I was still listening to music and everything, but I wasn't actively paying attention to what the hell was going on.
Yeah, you had other commitments.
Yeah. But I always listened to at least the old stuff.
Okay, cool. And have you got a favorite album?
I, say I was like Team Bossa Nova and all that. It's really hard to pick a favorite album, but I'm really going to go with like Surfer Rosa.
Okay.
The old stuff, like that's what really, because you're listening to Doolittle, and it's the monkey that goes to heaven. It's there's all that. There's a lot of great stuff on there, but then Surfer Rosa to me was like, oh, okay.
So you like the shouty stuff and the bad language?
Yeah, I'm all about bad language.
You did promise me that you weren't going to swear, so.
I did.
You said you would try not to swear.
I don't think I have either.
No, you're doing very well so far. You're doing very well so far.
I'm making you laugh a little. I don't know why.
I always laugh. I'm just in a good mood when I'm interviewing people for this show, so it's good.
Well, we're fun
Everyone's
people,
so lovely.
Everyone is lovely. I really love everybody.
Yeah,
most everybody.
So Surfer Rosa is your favorite album?
Yeah, I mean, I say that, but really.
You'll change tomorrow.
Who can really pick? Exactly.
Yeah.
I really am like one of those people about all music that I like. I just, one day it's one thing, the next day it's something. I can't just pick. If someone asks you all those contests about pick your top favorite, this and that, fuck that. I could never do it.
Well, I'm just about to ask you. I'm about to ask you for your favorite Pixies track, Michelle.
Well, you know what? I think Cactus.
Cactus.
I love Cactus. Yeah.
Great song.
It's cool.
Great song.
I love Something Against You too.
Okay. But you said Cactus now, so.
Rowdy. I'll go with it.
Okay.
I always love it.
Excellent. So, so the first 3 albums you really liked, and then I guess you're sort of taking that up to Trompe le Monde.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
the first, the first 4, whatever you want to.
Yeah, the mini album. Come on, Pilgrim, the mini album. And then the 3.
I got those, and they were like a double thing when I bought Surfer Rosa. It was like Surfer Rosa, Come On, Pilgrim. So to me, it's the one
album. Sure.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay. And then the band split up.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did you
feel
then? It was sad,
and honestly, we saw them right before they split up. That was the one show I saw that we were together, you know, and actually I was pregnant, so I went to the Pixies pregnant.
Oh, wow, okay. So you introduced one of your children into the Pixies?
All of my children, but that one specifically had a show, yes. Right before they broke up, it was an interesting show.
Cool. Where was that then?
It was in Tucson, and it was during the U2 tour, and they just did a side show because I do believe that, and I'm not sure, but I've told the story that Charles has a family member that lives south of Tucson, in a little area south of Tucson, and that he just kind of wanted to, stop and, you know, like visit the family or whatever. And so they played a show at U of A, just with no opener or anything like that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. So so that was that the first time that you'd seen them as well? Okay. And then shortly after that, they broke up, and I guess you were a bit gutted. Yeah.
Yeah, I was. I was extremely gutted.
What else were you listening to at the time?
Like Jane's Addiction, all that whole, you know, Seattle thing probably. Like I said, I was, you know, Campervan, Beethoven, Cracker.
Yeah.
It's so hard to remember things now.
Yeah.
But I would probably say like Jane's Addiction was pretty much one of my strongest favorites at the time. Oh yeah, we had all the bad art in our house too, like as parents, young parents of a child. We had like the cover album of Surfer Rosa, a poster.
Okay.
It's not allowed on the internet, but I had it in my living room. I was 22.
So those were your wild days then, yeah?
Yeah.
You've calmed down a little since then.
Huh?
I say you've calmed down a little since then.
I have calmed down just a little bit, yeah. We must.
So, so Frank Black's solo career.
Oh, I loved Frank Black's solo stuff. Like I was immediately, you know, because that's what you had to go to. I mean, but it was great. Yeah, Fu Manchu and Los Angeles, and I loved the first one a lot. And then, you know, I don't know. I think obviously I had a baby at the time, you know. And at some point, I think I just, you know, kind of forgot. I mean, I was still listening to the old Pixie stuff, but I didn't kind of continue on, unfortunately.
Was it easy to sort of carry on listening to their stuff, like on radio and that? I guess they don't get a lot of radio play unless you search out the correct stations.
You know, that's another point. You know, it's like in those days, you either had to like have, you know, get out your CDs or, you know, you couldn't just Pandora stuff. You couldn't just, now, I think probably Pandora was what really got me back into listening to a whole lot of things.
Okay.
You know, because you'd pick something and then it would pick another band and then, you know. So I would say, I don't know, I'm probably getting all off track of what you're even wanting to talk about, but
that's fine. There's no script.
Yeah, it is. You know, basically we would just have to play our CDs and put them in the car, and you go on a road trips and you pick out what CDs you're going to pack in your car. And it was always, you know, the Pixie stuff and definitely the first Frank Black. Yeah. And since then I've, you know, been listening because now, you know, we're buying all the vinyl of everything. So.
Oh, right. Okay. So
I've been listening to more. Yeah.
So you're into all the different formats of the stuff then?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, you've just frozen.
Oh,
there we go.
Or am I frozen? I think I just froze.
You did. Temporarily. You're back again. That's fine. So from Frank Black's solo career then, you've mentioned Fu Manchu. Would that be a favorite?
Definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And is that the one that you want to go with as your favorite from his solo career?
For sure.
You're happy with that as a choice?
I am.
Okay.
There's an old video of him doing a school or a library. You're back.
Yeah, you're back as well. There we go.
Anyway, there's this video of him that he did in like a library of a school or something.
Okay.
Like a series of he did like a show.
Okay.
And I just love it. It's one of my favorite videos of his to look at. Doing that song. So
right. Okay.
It was very cool, I thought. Yeah.
Okay. Is that up on YouTube, is it?
Would
I be able to find it?
It's a little bit more difficult to look for. I can't remember how I found it, but yeah, really cool.
Because I put links for all people's choices and that. So
cool.
I will see if I can find that for you and put it on there when I post it on the.
I don't know, maybe it was like Fu Manchu in a library or.
I'll Google Fu Manchu in a library, see what I come up with.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So, are you into all the sort of merchandise, the T-shirts and posters and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I probably don't have as much as other people do. I have a habit of buying T-shirts and then they don't fit. Okay. So I have a whole collection of T-shirts that don't fit that I think they might fit. Right. So yeah, that's going on. I got the new T-shirt that I just got on. We have a couple prints, like concert, show things that we made into posters. And but I wouldn't say that, it's kind of like something I'm just starting to do, because when you have kids and you have like doing the kid thing, there's things you just won't spend money on.
Sure.
And for me, like for shows and concerts and things like that was, definitely one of those things, because, you have to get babysitters and all that. Yeah. So this is like in the last 8 years is kind of like going back to concerts, buying all the stuff. So I'm in the beginning of all of that.
Okay. So how many children have you got, and are they all into Pixies?
I've got 3, and they are into Pixies, but of course they all have their own things, but definitely, yeah. And my oldest son went to a reunion show with Kim.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I remember him telling us about it, and at the time we were just so wrapped up in like what was going on in our world. It was, I think he was here in Arizona. I don't even remember where he saw him. It might have been Dallas. I'm not sure, but yeah, they're all totally into it.
Cool. And they've been to a few shows and that as well then. So
he's been to one show. He's the only one.
Oh, okay.
But just love the music, know it all. Yeah. They would probably go if we took them, if we paid.
Yeah, I'm sure they would if you paid.
Yeah, I'm sure they would.
Absolutely. Yeah. So
but they're older now, the youngest one's 25. So.
Oh, okay. But you brought them up well though, to have good music taste.
I did. Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you.
Good parenting. So happenings. You've been to some happenings?
I got to go to the Vegas happening, which is, was like, I think, the best. But I'm sure if I went to England or the UK for those, I probably would have changed my mind. Because there would have been some people there that I just want to meet so bad.
So you got to meet Pixie and her husband.
I did, which was one of the main reasons why it made it so great.
Yeah. So how far is Vegas from where you are then?
It's like 7 hours, maybe.
Okay. Drive. Yeah. Okay.
Short flight, and they're pretty cheap. So from now on, I'll probably fly. But yeah, the drive's not bad.
Yeah. So how are flights at the moment in the US? And internally, are they all okay with COVID and everything, or is it a bit tricky?
I don't know.
Okay.
I have no idea. All I know is no one's flying to play golf where I work. So it's really slow work.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Anyway.
Slow on the golf course as well then at the minute, is it?
Yeah. Well, to a degree, yeah.
Okay. So you had fun at Vegas. Have you been to any other happenings?
I had a great time. I haven't been, well, other than that, I wouldn't call them, big happenings, but then next we saw Pixies and Weezer, where we got to meet the Simons from Australia, which was very cool, and they're super entertaining.
Yeah.
And then we also went to that with the Levies, who we had met were they in Vegas? I can't remember. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, then I went to Pixies at the Daydream Festival, and that was super fun too. Jen was there, Bonoski.
Yeah.
And James Steele. I never know if is it Steele?
Steely, I believe.
Steely.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was there. Okay. Amy, we met Amy, Jen's friend.
Yeah.
Travis. Yeah. So that was fun. That was a really fun time.
Excellent. And where was that? Which festival?
Pasadena. At the Rose Bowl. Yeah, with The Cure. Yeah. That was really fun.
Everyone keeps mentioning about The Cure in America. They must be really really popular.
They're very popular. Yeah. That was a really big deal for me to go to that show.
Okay.
I probably, I love Pixies, and I would love to go see them anytime. But, I went to LA for basically because of The Cure and the Pixies. But yeah, I always, figured that's going to be my only chance to see The Cure.
Okay. So that was something ticked off your bucket list then, was it, to see The Cure? Yeah.
Yes, it was. Yeah. I was, It was expensive.
And I believe you live quite near to Brandon Webb, although I don't know that you've met up with him yet, have you? Or
we live in the same town, but not very close. Yeah, you guys talked a little bit about that. Like, we don't really have systems in place in this town to get any place very quickly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not a lot of freeways, not a lot of, going across, cutting out the middle.
Oh, sure, okay.
No.
He's the man to go to for interior design. So.
Yes, yeah, he is. Yeah. I'm excited about that. Lucky me. Now I just have to save some money and get some taste. He can help me with the taste part.
I'm sure he'd do you some good Pixie Mates rates. So.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I think he will.
You can only ask. I know you can only say yes or no, really.
Yeah.
I guess, so,
and he can bring his kid over here and swim if it's nice. Well, it's still going to be 100, all year. So I'm sure it'll be great.
I don't know that I could get used to that. So
I'm trying to think. I think that's my only ones. Yeah, I've only been to 4 shows.
Okay.
Unfortunately, so we need to get back on this. Going to live music.
Yeah, well, hopefully we can soon. Yeah, when that will be, nice. Nobody really knows, but so that'll be good. So Frank Black solo career, and then the Catholics as well.
Yeah, no, I know a little bit. Like I told you, I know that what I love, that Damn Disaster song.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great song, and so that's basically what my introduction was, because JR was like, "Oh, listen to this," so I listened to that. I like Horrible Day, 21 Reasons, The Dog in the Sand, so I basically have just started listening in the last couple of days, just because, I should. And I enjoyed it, so I'm sure I'll like it. It's country-ish.
Yeah, a lot of people say that.
And I do, I don't like country, but I do like the old country, twangy thing, so, yeah.
The old twangy thing.
Yeah, so I would pick the Damn Disaster.
St. Francis Damn Disaster.
Francis Damn Disaster. Yeah.
Okay. You're not the first person to choose that one. So that was chosen.
I'm sure, yeah.
That was chosen by Kimball and Mandy, actually, when I spoke to them. So yeah, so that was
cute. Aren't they the cutest?
They are very cute. Yeah, very cute. They're
almost as cute as their baby.
Not that far from us now. They're only about an hour and a half.
Really?
About an hour and a half up the road.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I think
Yeah, so they've just moved recently towards us.
There.
So hopefully
an hour and a half, you said?
About an hour and a half up the road from us, yeah, not too far at all.
That's kind of like going to Phoenix for us.
Okay.
So is that a nice drive? So I'm interviewing you. Is it a
pleasant
drive?
It would be, yeah. So you wouldn't go on what we call the motorway, which you would call the highway or freeway.
Right.
There's so we have motorways, which are like the main fast roads, and then we have A roads, which are usually pretty good, connecting you around the country. So it would be all sort of A roads. So you can do 60, 70 miles an hour on those. But you do tend to get quite a bit of traffic, and sometimes there are only 2 lanes. So if you get stuck behind trucks or tractors or something like that, then you're buggered.
It can really take.
Yeah. So
there's that. Yeah.
Yeah. So so hopefully we'll get up to see them at some point. So which would be nice. So
that would be cool.
Yeah, it would be cool.
Tilly.
Take Tilly. I can hear Tilly barking actually in the other room at the moment, so something's upset her.
I'm actually surprised I haven't had a cat in here.
Oh, you got cats, do you?
Oh yeah, it's and a dog, but it's their napping time, so.
Oh, okay.
Because normally you would have cat by now. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I don't know where Harley is. Sometimes Harley comes in here and sits next to me, but he's not here at the minute. So, and Tilly's barking away in the next room. So obviously something's distracted her. But yeah, bless her. So Frank Black and the Catholics. We've gone for St. Francis. Damn Disaster. Okay. And when was your last? How many shows you been to? 4. What was the last one that you went to?
Pasadena. That was like a year ago.
Oh, right. Okay.
Ago. Yeah.
So was that the Beneath the Eyrie tour then? Was it?
It was really before it was released. There were some songs already released, and so they played a few songs at the show. But the thing with me is, I basically did not listen to anything. You know, I think I heard Graveyard Hill once.
Okay.
Just because it was on the radio or something, they played it somewhere, and I was like, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe it was on Pandora, because we do have a really great local radio station, and they do play Pixies, and they play like all of it, which I need to give them props. AXCI.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I really hadn't listened to it. So when I saw it at the show, I was not familiar with the songs as much. But I liked them, and I knew that they were the new songs, and they were good.
Yeah.
But, you know, I waited until we got the vinyl. Okay. And I love it. I really like it a lot. Yeah.
And have you heard the new single?
I have. And I like it more. I've heard it maybe 3 or 4 times now.
Yeah.
And it's growing on me. I like Pa's singing, but I miss Charles' voice.
Okay.
Also.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I like it.
Yeah, it's certainly a change, isn't it? Change of mood and that, I think.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, but people have to change, you know?
Yeah, no, indeed.
So I'm about that.
And it's nice for Paz as well to sort of be up front and sing the vocals.
Great. She was really good.
Absolutely.
Good. Sounded really a lot like old
Pixies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For that, yeah.
But a different sound though to Kim.
Oh yeah, but like that female voice, yeah.
Yeah, certainly. It's a sort of trademark of theirs, isn't it? They wouldn't be the same without a female member in the group, clearly. So the way that they do their songs.
Not at all.
No. Okay. Cool. Lovely.
Love her.
All right. Well, I think that's pretty much everything apart from that one last question.
I think so. Oh, about the naked?
Which I've run past you already to make sure you're happy to answer it.
I think I would sing Something Against You.
Okay, so there you are in your dream, and you'll suddenly find yourself on stage naked in front of thousands of people, and they want to hear you sing a Pixies song, and it's going to be Something Against You.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And then what? Run off stage or come back for an encore?
Probably run off stage and then die immediately.
Okay.
I don't even want to look at myself naked anymore.
Right, on that note,
that is a perfect ending note.
It is a perfect ending note, and I will thank you very much for your time, Michelle. It's lovely to meet you.
You're so welcome. It was really fun. I was worried, but I felt comfortable, so you're excellent at that. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I kept having to tell myself, you can shut up, and he can just ask questions.
I knew that you wouldn't be lost for words anyway, so and you've proved me right. You've proved me right.
Anyway, have a great day.
Thank you very much for your time, Michelle.
Thank you so much for talking.
Hopefully we'll get to meet up at some stage properly.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'm definitely coming over there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to happen. All right,
great to meet you. All the best.
Nice.
Cheers.
Yeah. Bye. Cheers.